Oh wow, I have not done this in a while. Hey, oh my god. Hey phone, oh my god, dude. I was about to, okay, so hi, it's Damon. I was gonna film this in my room, but then I was like, you know what? I used to just pull out my camera and just talk to my camera, and hopefully I'm not covering the mic. It's been a while. I mean, so anyways, hey phone. Well, I haven't said that in a long time. Hey phone, hey phone. Oh, it feels good to say. I'm walking my dog. I'm in good old Los Angeles right now. I just got back from watching the Taylor Swift documentary. It's called Miss Americana. Oh, man, it was, sorry, I'm probably filming this horrible. Dude, it was so freaking, okay. Should I retake this or should I just go with it? I'm just gonna go with it. Okay, my dog's about to poop. Oh no, I'm gonna have to clean up her poop. Okay. Oh, yeah, she's pooping. All right, I'm gonna put you guys down here. So I just got back from watching the documentary, and oh my god, it was so inspiring. And I tweeted, I was like, oh my god, I love Taylor Swift. And this girl was like, she was like, I needed a push to get out of my Deefizzy stage, and this was it. But the thing is like, I've always been open about, like, oh, hold on, I'm gonna clean up some poop. If you don't clean up after your dog, I mean, what are you doing? You know, I always keep them on deck. Like, I'll see people like, they go to like, their dog will poop, and they don't have a bag, and I'm like, don't worry, I got you. It's not on purpose, I just always put everything in my pocket, like, and it just kind of works out in the best for the world, you know what I mean? But yeah, it was, oh my god, okay, so first of all, a big part of my videos, I always talked about, like, me liking Taylor Swift, and I used to do all those videos where I said that we were in a relationship, which I think a lot of people actually believed. I think a lot of people thought we were actually dating. I know Taylor Swift isn't gonna watch this, but I just want to say, like, oh, is my dog about to poop again? Oh, my dog's pooping again. Stand by. Hold on. Oh god, oh my god, do I not have another bag? Oh no! I just got done saying, oh my god, I need to get a plastic bag for somewhere. Oh my god, I just talked about how you don't clean up after your dog and it's gross, and now I ran out of bags. Oh god, I gotta get a plastic bag somewhere. Stand by. We're gonna go into a store and try to get a plastic bag. Oh no! Okay, that was embarrassing because I was talking about how, like, people don't clean up after their dogs, how that's so gross, and I forgot, I only brought one bag, so I had to go into a store. I had to literally go into a store and get a plastic bag because I forgot a bag, even though the whole time I was saying it's how I always have bags on me, but I only grabbed one for once in my life. I loved the movie because she literally opened up about, like, having an eating disorder and, like, starving herself, and I was like, it's crazy because I literally have been recently more open about that too, because if you guys don't know, I went to rehab for my eating disorder and for my anxiety, and I actually just went on an interview, which I was so scared. I was having a panic attack before the entire time. I was having a panic attack during the entire interview, and I was so scared to watch it, but then I watched it over and I was like, wow, that wasn't actually as bad as I thought it was. And that's what anxiety is we build things up to be like this horrible, crazy thing, and then if you just push through it, it's usually okay. Like, it's gonna be okay. I thought I was, like, going insane. I was like, I need to go to, like, a mental hospital. And then I started, like, finding out, like, oh, this is anxiety. And, like, I got diagnosed with OCD. Again, I guess I was diagnosed when I was a kid. But yeah, it was, like, severe anxiety and OCD. And yeah, it was just, a lot of it is just about myself. I obsess over, like, myself. So that's why earlier I was telling you, I kind of avoid mirrors now. Because if I look at a mirror, I would just, like, think I'm so unhealthy. And the whole day would be like rituals around eating. About a year ago, we're skipping a lot, but about a year ago, that's when I actually checked myself into rehab, because a lot of my days, it went from, like, I'll go from months like starving myself, or because when I first started YouTube, I became vegan as well. And I thought at the time it was because of animals, but I think it was like, so I can, like, have more control of my diet and, like, myself, so I can obsess over something else. So then it became like, oh, I have to be, like, gluten-free now. Oh, now I have to, like, do this. So I ended up being, like, a raw gluten-free vegan that would just, like, never eat. So if you guys want to watch that interview, it's in the description. And I also did a full-fledged, in-depth interview that's coming out Monday. I'll put the link to that channel in the description as well. But, oh god, this movie was just so inspiring. I mean, okay, what I was saying before is, like, I've always been open about liking Taylor Swift. I mean, my first videos were, like, I always did videos about her. I met her at a tea party. I was the only guy there. I think she thought I was, like, a 14-year-old boy. I'll put the picture here. But I wasn't. I think I was, like, 20 or something. She's like, you're so adorable. But it was just cool to see her. There was a scene, okay, you're a little loud. Not to spoil it, but there was a scene where she literally, like, her team didn't want her to be open about politics. And she's like, no, fuck that. Like, I was silent 2 years ago and I don't feel good about it. And they're like, no, like, your concert could decrease by 50%. You can have half the audience, half the fans there. And it's like, no, I don't feel good about it. And it's just cool to see her develop from this girl who was so worried about what people thought that she would just keep her opinions to herself at all times. And then she just kind of broke out of that. It was like, no, like this is who I am. And it's just cool to see the development. And I kind of relate to her so much, like with the eating disorder issue. With even that, I used to care about what people thought about me so much that I would just like always change how I was in videos and try to cater to everyone. I even took my plugs out at one point because I had a lot of viewers or fans at the time, I guess, that would like say that they didn't like them and I was ruining myself and ruining how I looked. So I would take them out and be like, oh, I'm sorry. And it's crazy how that could be our everything. And we live off the reactions of others, and we live off of having your guys' approval, and it can really just like become so consuming to the point that you don't even know who you are anymore. So I don't know, I recommend everyone, even if you don't like Taylor Swift, I recommend you watch this movie. It just touches on so many points, and it's just so inspiring, and it's really, really cool. And I'm just so happy. I went to watch it at 12 p.m. alone in the theaters, even though it was on Netflix. So we say hi. Cutie. I didn't really know what to think going into this because I didn't watch any trailers or anything. I didn't know what it was going to be about. I was just like, oh, it's Taylor Swift. I got to go watch it. And watching it, I was just I'm like a mother. I'm like so proud of her. I'm like, I'm just so proud of you, dude. Oh, I love it, man. She's just so great. I mean, I think that documentary could literally change people's lives. And I think it's cool when you open up about things and give a different insight, like a behind the scenes insight like that. It literally just changes the way you see celebrities and how you perceive things. Because I remember seeing all these talk show things talk about her in a negative way, and I didn't think about, oh, this is probably affecting her like that. Because even I'm on a way smaller scheme, and growing up into this has even affected me. So like add that like 100 times, and that's probably, or like 100,000 times, and that's Taylor Swift. So anyways, enough about Taylor Swift. I just love her so much, and I'm just so fucking proud of her, dude. But yeah, I'm gonna go back to just doing phone videos, just doing anything I want to talk about, not overthinking it. I don't give a fuck if people watch it. I don't care about the title, I don't care about the views. Like this is my second channel. I'm just gonna do whatever I want with it. And I wanted to talk about Taylor Swift, so I'm talking about Taylor Swift. I don't want to like give away everything. I think I mainly talked about everything I wanted to talk about. I mean, I cried a lot in it. Like during the eating disorder part, I cried because I resonated with that. I cried during just her standing up for herself because I resonate in that too, because I've had to sit in meetings where people told me, no, you can't talk about this, or you should delete your post about this, and now the person that they talked about is in prison. So it's just like, always stick with your gut, because otherwise you're not going to feel good about it. If you stay silent, you're not going to feel good about that. And if you're open about it and you use your voice, you're going to piss people off. You can never please everyone. And that's one thing I've definitely learned in my battle with a lot of things that I've gotten into. I definitely have made some mistakes, and that's in my podcast, or in the interview that I did that's coming out Monday. I kind of go in depth about that. I've made some mistakes on social media. I was in a really bad place for a while where I couldn't physically go on camera. I don't like the way I look. You guys already know that. I'm very insecure. I have skin issues. I have, acne scars. I have a lot of issues that I can't even go on camera and stuff. And there was a time in my life where I was like starving myself unintentionally, not realizing it, really struggling. I couldn't put myself on camera. I couldn't do anything that I loved anymore. And I just became so bitter and miserable, and I would judge other YouTubers for the content they're making and say things on Twitter and just like start these wars, just because I was just in such a dark place where I felt like, oh, I can't do this, but I'm gonna use my voice and trash other people. And it came from like a good place, I think, but it just was just so bitter and miserable. And looking back on it, I definitely regret things like that. But I don't regret speaking up on serious situations like against people taking advantage of their audiences and stuff like that. That is something I will always stick up for. I'm always going to stand up for victims, because even in this documentary, they talk about how she had a sexual assault case, and she talked about how she was believed, and the judge did rule in her favor. But think about the situations that you can't prove, like rape and stuff, and they just pretty much, like, these attorneys, and they spill out lies, and they don't even give a fuck that they're spilling out lies for their client. And they just get away with it, and it's just insane. But this world could be a really negative place, but I'm definitely learning now to focus on the positives. For a while, I got in a dark place where I kind of lost myself. I went back to Florida for a year. I'm back here. I'm like refinding myself again. I've been doing live streams. If you guys want to watch my live streams, I'll put my Twitch link in the bio. You can just come hang out with me and just like chill with me and get to know me, and it's a good time. Woo! I love my dog so much. She's a little meaty. Some people are like, yo, you should put her on a diet. Like, I had someone in my elevator, and he's like, you should probably be feeding her 2 cups a day. And I was like, bitch, I'm not telling you how much for you to eat, dude. But anyways, I'm gonna go now. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for still sticking with me. And if you guys want to subscribe to this channel, I'm just gonna do probably more shitty videos like this. So I'll see you guys later. Peace keys. Woof. Haven't said that in a hot minute.